Hi, I'm Larry, the Weekend Explorer. I'm just living life my way and making videos about what I like. Thank you for visiting my channel. If you like the videos that I'm making, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hey, it's Larry, the Weekend Explorer. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to go over to my other property where the ambulance is at, and we're going to show you how I did the hitch, the Reese Hitch that I installed on the ambulance. Go over and take a look at it. We're just leaving Walmart. Had to stop here and get a few things. A couple people on YouTube asked me about my hitch and how I installed it, so I'm going to go get some photos and videos of it. I got really lucky when I bought my ambulance. I was kind of looking around. I had in mind that I was going to put a hitch on it, but I wasn't quite sure what I was going to. I just happened to be in Walmart and I was shopping. I don't remember what I was looking for. I just happened to look down and they had a universal hitch on clearance. I don't know what these things cost originally. $60, $70, $80, $90. I don't know. But they had it on clearance for 20 bucks. I was like, for 20 bucks, I can't go wrong. I picked it up and it was pretty heavy. It was rated, I think it's rated for 500-pound towing capacity. My ambulance is a 2011 E450 chassis. And that universal hitch didn't say an E450 specifically, but it worked. I had to drill some holes into the chassis, which was a challenge. The way the hitch, it's got two brackets. The hole on each, it's got a bracket on each side of the hitch, and the brackets go up and mount to the frame. And so I had to drill two holes on each side of the frame to bolt the brackets up to the chassis. And let me tell you, it was tough. I am not experienced in drilling through metal, but I know a little bit. I know you got to add some oil and all that kind of stuff. Well, I didn't do any of that. I just crawled underneath there and manhandled it, and I didn't drill a pilot hole. I just had the bit that I wanted to make the hole, and I just drilled that sucker through it. Well, needless to say, the first hole, the second hole went fairly smooth. Once I got to the third hole, I started having problems. And by the time I got to the fourth hole, it was almost impossible. Now, I think a lot of things come into play there. One, I'm laying on my back, pushing the drill up from my chest into the chassis, and it kind of got heavy. Over time, my arms got sore. But because I didn't do a pilot hole, and because I didn't use oil, I just pushing the bit through. Well, one, I broke one bit. But anyway, I guess when you get those bits hot, it changes the structure of the bit. And I guess I dulled it pretty good. Or anyway, I changed its ability to cut through metal. But the third and fourth hole, I just about gave up. But I finally, I think on the fourth hole, went to a smaller bit a smaller hole, tried to punch the other bit through there, and my bit wasn't quite big enough. I had to angle it, to try to make the hole, ream out the hole a little bit bigger. But anyway, I finally got it, and the hitch bolted up to the chassis pretty good. I want to weld it someday. But I'm not a welder. I have to have somebody who knows what they're doing to do it, just in hopes to make it stronger. The hitch itself kind of hangs kind of low. I didn't have to remove the bumper or anything like that. I kind of like that. And when I tow my trailer, instead of doing a step down, I do a step up. I do have plans to raise the hitch at least about an inch and take a grinder, a cutting wheel, and cut off the bottom part of the support brackets to raise it up off the ground a little bit. but it doesn't do too bad. I taken it to Sturgis twice. The first time with my Harley on the back of it. The second time I had my Ultra and another guy's electric glide on my trailer, and it never really bottomed down. I'm sure every now and then it might have touched. If you're coming out of a parking lot and there's kind of a little dip, it might have scraped a little bit, but it did pretty good. And I don't know if I'm ever going to put a four-wheel drive unit on the ambulance, but if I do, that'll raise it up a little bit too. But it works. I did the hitch myself. I bolted it up myself. It's pretty good. But the wiring, I had the local RV place here in Portland wire up my trailer light. Normally, in older vehicles, your brake light and turning light's the same bulb. This had a separate bulb for the turning light and the brake light. I wasn't too smart on how to do that. I'm sure I could have figured it out if I would have thought about it, but I just took it to the local RV place. Remember, I'm Larry, the Weekend Explorer. I'm just living life my way, and I'm making videos and putting them on YouTube for my family and friends to enjoy.